Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today, today we're going deep into augmented reality glasses.
AR glasses.
Yeah, AR glasses. And how they might just completely change the world as we know it.
Big topic.
Big topic for sure. And to help us sort through all of this, we've got a video from that tech whiz Lee Esposito over at ALPHATESTER.
Oh yeah, I've seen him. He's good. He really breaks it down, makes it make sense.
He does. And in this one, he's looking at Meta's Project Orion, those AR glasses they keep talking about?
Right, yeah.
So Esposito's laying out this future where these glasses actually replace our smartphones. Yeah, completely. So no more staring down at screens all the time. Instead, you've got everything you need right there in your field of vision.
Wow, so right in front of you.
Right in front of you, emails, text, directions, everything.
I mean, that sounds like something straight out of a movie.
It does, right? But the tech's getting closer all the time. And Esposito, he really gets into the nitty-gritty, the specs.
Oh yeah, what's he saying they've gotten these things?
Okay, so eye tracking, 7 cameras, a micro-LED display, and they're supposed to be super lightweight.
7 cameras? Wow, what do they even need all those for?
Well, that's part of what makes this deep dive so interesting, right? It's not just about the hardware, it's about how it's going to change how we live, how we work, even how we think.
You think it'll really change how we think?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Esposito breaks down 15 different potential applications, and some of them are mind-blowing. Let's start with live translation.
Okay, so you're in a foreign country and you can just understand everybody.
Exactly. No more fumbling with phrase books or awkward hand gestures. You just look at someone and boom, their words are translated right in front of you.
That would be amazing for travel.
Right, think about it. You could go anywhere in the world and actually have real conversations with people, even if you don't speak a word of the language.
Yeah, that would be amazing. But, you gotta think. What about those little mistakes translation apps make sometimes?
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's always going to be that risk of something getting lost in translation.
Imagine a big diplomatic meeting or something and a mistranslation causes a huge problem.
Oh, man, that's a good point. Or even just ordering food. I was in Italy once using one of those translation apps. And
oh, yeah, what happened?
I ended up with a pizza covered in anchovies. A whole plate of them. I couldn't even eat it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, technology can be great, but there are always going to be limitations.
For sure. And speaking of limitations, what about privacy? With all this data flying around.
Oh yeah, you're hitting on another big one. Esposito talks about health and vital data being integrated into these glasses. Imagine paramedics arriving at an accident and instantly seeing someone's medical history.
Wow, that could save lives.
Right. Or doctors monitoring patients remotely, but then who else has access to that information? Insurance companies, your employer, hackers.
Yeah, that's a bit scary.
It is, right. It's amazing potential, but also some serious ethical questions we gotta grapple with.
Definitely a double-edged sword.
Exactly. And that's the thing with a lot of these applications, it's this balancing act between the good and the bad. Esposito talks about material and structure recognition.
Okay, what's that?
So you look at a building and your glasses tell you everything about the materials used, whether a wall is load-bearing, if there are any structural weaknesses.
Wow, that's wild. For construction workers and stuff.
Yeah, for construction engineering, even environmental protection. But imagine if companies could use that same tech to track your every glance.
It's they'd know exactly what you're looking at all the time.
Yeah, and use that to target you with ads or who knows what else. Kind of creepy, right?
Yeah, it is. It's every time we talk about some cool feature with these glasses, there's this dark side too.
Right, with those virtual avatars and holograms.
Oh yeah, those sound super cool.
Imagine attending meetings with colleagues from all over the world, but instead of just video chat, you're interacting with these realistic 3D avatars.
They're right there in the room with you.
Yeah. Or imagine a virtual tutor appearing in your living room to help you with homework. It's like bringing virtual reality into the real world.
But, doesn't that make the real world kind of less real?
That's the question, right? It's already so easy to get sucked into the digital world. Will this just make it even harder to connect with people face to face?
Yeah, could go either way, I guess.
Right. Maybe it'll make us appreciate real world interactions even more. Or maybe it'll just further isolate us.
It's tough to say. It's We're on this path. We don't really know where it leads.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to talk about it now.
Right.
To really think about the potential consequences before this technology takes over.
Right, before it's too late. You know what else is kind of freaky? That augmented object recognition thing.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty wild. So you look at anything in the world and your glasses instantly give you information about it. Like a real-time Wikipedia.
Like if you're at a museum and you want to know more about a painting.
Exactly. Or you're exploring a new city and you can instantly learn about the history of the buildings you're seeing. It'd be amazing for learning and discovery.
But you know what? That means they'd be tracking your every glance, too.
True. So there's that privacy issue again. It's like this constant trade-off.
Convenience versus privacy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and this next one is going to sound a little bit out there. Emotion recognition.
Emotion, right?
Recognition. Yeah, so your glasses analyze people's facial expressions, their tone of voice, and tell you how they're feeling.
So you'd know if someone was lying to you.
Potentially?
Yeah.
Or if they're nervous or angry or interested in what you're saying.
That could be useful, I guess.
Right. Imagine how helpful that could be in social situations. But then think about it the other way around. If someone could read your emotions all the time.
Oh, no. That's a bit too much.
Right. It's like a total invasion of privacy.
Definitely opens up a whole can of worms.
Yeah, for sure. So we've talked about live translation, health data integration, material recognition, virtual avatars, augmented object recognition, emotion recognition, and we're just scratching the surface.
There's more.
Oh yeah. Esposito goes on to talk about personalized shopping experiences, virtual reminders, even the ability to customize your reality.
Customize your reality. What does that even mean?
We'll dive into that next time. It's wild stuff. But the point is, this technology has the potential to touch every aspect of our lives.
It's mind-blowing. It really is.
And like we've been saying, with each potential benefit comes a potential risk. So we got to be having these conversations now.
Before it's too late.
Exactly. So for everyone listening, we want to hear from you. What excites you most about AR glasses? What worries you? What would you use them for if you had them today? Let's keep this conversation going.
You know what else Esposito talks about? Personalized shopping.
Oh, yeah. How is that supposed to work?
Like, imagine you walk into a store and your glasses, they show you like personalized recommendations, right? Or discounts on stuff you've been wanting, or maybe even suggest like eco-friendly alternatives.
So basically, they're going to try and get me to buy even more stuff.
Well, maybe. But hey, it could be cool too, right? Like no more wandering around aimlessly. You just see exactly what you need.
True. Although, if I'm being honest, I already spend way too much time shopping online as it is.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, but what about this? You're walking around and bam, you get a virtual reminder.
A virtual reminder? Like, what do you mean?
So like, let's say you always forget your keys, right? You could leave yourself a little digital sticky note on your front door.
Oh, that's actually pretty smart.
Right. Or like a reminder at the grocery store to pick up milk. It'd be like having a personal assistant built into your glasses.
I need that. I seriously need that. Okay, that one I'm sold on. What else?
Okay, so think about this. You're redecorating your house.
Ooh. Okay, I'm listening.
And with these glasses, you can actually visualize different furniture arrangements, paint colors, even whole renovations before you actually do anything.
No way. So you could see how that new sofa would look in your living room before you buy it.
Exactly. Or try out different paint colors without actually having to paint anything.
No.
Be like a virtual interior designer.
Okay, that is seriously cool. And super practical, too. No more buyer's remorse.
Right. And Esposito even talks about how architects could use it to like walk through buildings before they're even built.
Wow. So from reminding me to buy milk to designing entire cities, these AR glasses can do it all, huh?
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. But there's this other thing he talks about, dynamic reality adjustment.
Dynamic reality adjustment. That sounds intense.
I know, right? So basically it means you can like customize your reality.
Okay, now you've got to explain that one because I have no idea what you mean.
Just think about all the annoying things in the world.
Yeah.
Right? Like noise traffic billboards.
Oh, yeah, I can think of a few.
Well, with these glasses, you could just filter all that stuff out.
So I could just walk down the street and it'd be like completely silent.
Exactly. Or you could block out all the ads and just see the beautiful buildings.
I don't know about that. I mean, isn't that kind of isolating?
Well, yeah, that's the question, right? It's like, are we going to end up living in these little personalized bubbles where everyone sees a different version of reality?
It's a little bit Black Mirror-ish, don't you think?
Yeah, kind of. But on the other hand, we already filter reality all the time through our own biases and experiences.
That's true. I guess these glasses would just make it more obvious.
Exactly. So it's not necessarily creating a new problem, but it could definitely make things more complicated.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so dynamic reality adjustment. Got it. What else is on this list of crazy AR features?
All right, how about virtual memory flashbacks?
Virtual memory flashbacks. Okay, now that just sounds trippy.
So like you're walking down the street and you pass by a restaurant where you had like a special dinner, and suddenly your glasses show you pictures and videos from that night overlaid on your real-time view.
Whoa, so you'd be like reliving your memories.
Exactly. But it's kind of freaky too, right? Like, what if those memories aren't even accurate?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Our memories are already so unreliable.
What if someone could like hack into your glasses and implant false memories?
Okay, now that's just straight up sci-fi horror movie territory.
I know, right? But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Esposito also talks about some really practical safety features.
Okay, like what?
Like imagine your glasses could warn you about hazards in real time, like slippery surfaces or oncoming traffic or even fires.
Oh wow, that could actually save lives.
Especially for people with disabilities or anyone working in dangerous environments.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like having a built-in guardian angel.
Right. And then, get this, he mentions the possibility of retinal scanning.
Retinal scanning, hold on a sec. Isn't that a bit extreme?
I know, right? It sounds super invasive.
Like who's gonna have access to my retinal data?
That's the big question, right? And how do we make sure it's not used for like surveillance or something?
It's like every time we take a step forward with this technology, we hit another ethical roadblock.
It's a tough balance, for sure. But it's a conversation we need to have.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got virtual memory flashbacks, hazard warnings, and even retinal scanning. I mean, this is getting pretty intense.
And we haven't even touched on the philosophical implications yet.
Oh, yeah. Esposito talks about how AR could fundamentally change our relationship with reality.
Like what's real and what's not.
Exactly. We're already spending so much time online interacting with people through screens. Will these glasses just blur the lines even further?
It's like we're heading into this uncharted territory and we don't even know what the map looks like.
It's both exciting and terrifying at the same time.
It really is. And that's why it's so important to talk about it now, to think critically about what this technology means for us as individuals and as a society.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the tech itself, it's about how we choose to use it. I mean, it's wild to think that we might be heading towards a future where like real and digital are basically the same thing.
It is. It's kind of like a whole new world opening up right in front of us.
Exactly. And Esposito, he really gets you thinking about the big picture.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about the tech itself.
Yeah, it's about what it means for us as humans.
Right. So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, what are like the big takeaways here? What do we want listeners to remember?
Well, I think, first of all, it's important to realize that this stuff is closer than we think.
Yeah.
You know, what seems like science fiction today could be reality tomorrow.
Yeah, good point. And it's not just about like entertainment or convenience either.
No way. This tech has the potential to change everything, like healthcare, education, how we work, even how we understand what it means to be human.
It's pretty heavy stuff when you really think about it. And I think that's why it's so important to be having these conversations now.
Right before it's too late.
Exactly. We're not just along for the ride, you know. We have a choice in how this technology shapes our future.
Absolutely. So for everyone listening out there, what are you most excited about when it comes to AR glasses? What are you worried about?
Yeah. What would you use these things for if you had them today? Let us know. Share your thoughts, your hopes, your fears. You know, let's keep this conversation going.
Because, like we've been saying, this is a big deal. It's not just about some cool new gadget.
It's about the future, and we're all in this together.
So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AR glasses.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining that future. We'll catch you next time.